It's one of the most notorious sex trafficking corridors in the United States, known as the Blade. It's about a 50-block stretch.
There are churches and schools, but there are also girls as young as 11
forced to solicit customers for sex. I've been following this story for more than 2.5 years. I interviewed the mayor of Los Angeles. I interviewed the city attorney. No one has been able to uproot this issue. The 77th Street Division of the Los Angeles Police Department is responsible for the northern half of the Blade.
The Vice Unit has identified hundreds of suspected traffickers. But even when officers are confident, they need to collect enormous amounts of evidence in order to arrest them and then prosecute them in court. They often rely on rescuing these juvenile girls, in part to help them escape, but also to gather intelligence about their traffickers.
Today we'll be doing a juvenile CSEC minor rescue operation starting at 1900.
The plan for tonight is to go out with undercover operators who are going to try to pose as customers.
Anyone that is youthful in appearance and is confirmed to be a street-walking prostitute will be detained pending a human trafficking investigation and brought back here.
On this particular street in Los Angeles, prostitution has always been a problem. But it's in recent years that child sex trafficking has become a bigger issue. It began during the pandemic. Lots of children were out of school. They were spending more time online on social media, which is where a lot of sex traffickers recruit children.
After 2020, you see such an influx of women. It's a lot of money out here. These gang members notice that. If you have one girl, you can easily make $1,200 a day, easily. And the females are very reluctant to turn them in.
But as this crisis has grown, the officers say that the resources to fight it have not kept up. LAPD's Central Human Trafficking Unit has been disbanded, which means vice units like the one at 77th Street Division are having to carve out the time for this on their own. 5 years ago, uniformed officers could have pulled up to a corner and apprehended a whole group of girls who are dressed in lingerie, hoping to recover minors among them. But a 2022 bill,
Senate Bill 357,
repealed that law.
Which repeals provisions of the law that criminalize loitering with the intent to engage in sex work. You can't arrest somebody for how they look. You need to actually catch them in that act.
Now officers have to pursue girls one at a time. That requires methodical undercover operations.
One of the undercover officers identified a juvenile on social media who's planning to meet up with him for sex. They're hoping to arrange a pickup for that girl.
They have a possible juvenile detained. She's agreed to meet them at this corner, at this intersection. She told him how she's going to be dressed, and sure enough, they see her walking up, matching the description, and it turns out she's 14.
The girl is temporarily handcuffed, but she's not being arrested. This is what the squad calls a juvie rescue operation.
They're going to call